Okay. Does it work? Yes, it works. It's an amazing thing. Okay, so that's working. We're sending stuff to everywhere that we want to be sending stuff. Okay, someone's on Facebook. That's nice. There's always people on Facebook. Hello, if that's you. And all right, we're just going to we're getting things started a little bit slowly today. I'm going to arc up the livecast little lockdown cafe conversation here, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so let's see. All right, there we are. There's a little symbol there, which, oh, I can't quite show you there, but anyway, I'll press go and we're in. And there's someone here already. Oh, that's me. That's me. And Max is joining. Fantastic. All right, I've just got another chat window to open up here. Hooray, the chat is waiting for new messages. Okay, that's a good thing. Send us a message if you're watching, and I'll try and reply to you. This is, we're testing some stuff. We're testing stuff tonight. All right, so back on Livecast. Back on Livecast. I'm going to post in a little video of where you can find, and then you're going to hear a bit of feedback. Can you hear that? That's the sound bouncing back off YouTube. Oh, that's quite disturbing. What's going to happen if I turn the volume up a bit and then play some ocarina? We'll see what happens then. Oh, I've done... Hang on. Okay, we're going to go... Okay. That's not quite doing what I wanted it to be doing. I think maybe the delay's too late. So artistically, that didn't quite work. Sorry about that. Okay. Delay's too late. So artistically, that didn't quite work. Okay, I do not need to be having this window open, but I'll post it up in Livecast in case. Window open. Oh, what's happening now? My God, it's getting worse. Livecast in case. Oh, what's happening now? My God, it's getting worse. Oh, wow. Go away, YouTube. Go away, YouTube. Go away, YouTube. Someone's saying hello. Bryony Joe, I'm going to try and reply to you and say hello. Someone's saying hello. Bryony Joe, shut up, Facebook. Reply to you and say hello. Someone's saying hello. Bryony Joe, shut up, Facebook. I don't mean you, Bryony Joe. I've just got feedback happening here. I don't mean you. No, there we go. All right, you know what it was? I was blaming YouTube. It wasn't YouTube. It was, read only on Facebook. Maybe I can't reply to Facebook. But I'm going to say hi anyway, just in case. We'll see if it works. All right. Oh, man. How confusing. Who have we got in Livecast? Bobby joined. Bennett Woods. John Good. Christina Stacy. A few people joining. That's nice. All right. Did it work, Bryony? See... so you should know as well, I think there's about a 20-second delay. If you wanted to join the live cast, which is just audio, but is very cool, I'm going to post that up here, so hopefully everyone can see. That's not on Livecast. How's your lockdowns going? Mine is all right. I made like a vodka drink with a little umbrella. You might be able to see the little umbrella there. It's really, it's not put into anything. It's just sort of hanging on the glass there. You can probably hear the ice mixing around. Really, the umbrella acts more as a stirring device than anything else. But yeah. And essentially, I think what I've made here is a martini. A vodka martini. It's got a bit of vermouth in it. Hey, Bobby. Bobby's just come back from work. Where are you working, man? You're in the UK, right? It's good that you got some work at the moment. A lot of people I know are in a bit of a shit situation where they're working in events or venues or all the rest, arts, and yeah, it's gone to shit, obviously, but it'll come back. Oldbury DPD. Now, the first thing that comes to my mind there is District Police Department. How far off am I? And Oldbury, District Patents Department. Dead Printers Dynamo. I've got no idea. What's a DPD in UK speak? I'm going to look up where Oldbury is. Get a rough idea. Is that... Oh, hang on. There's an Oldbury in Western Australia. Just east of Wellard. Hello, Finkelberry. Who are you today, Finkelberry? Do I know you? If I look up Oldbury, UK, I'll find it's in the West Midlands in the UK. Ah, cool. Never been to that part. Ah, around Birmingham. Okay. Right, you're kind of right in the middle of England. Sort of. Ah. Shall we get our detective game on, Rolly? Well, okay, all right. You want to get the detective game on? Just give me a second. Give me a second, because I need to get organised for that. All right. It's a bit of detective game. Let's get it on. All right. Okay, I'm not the best at this detective game yet. I'm still learning the ropes. Ooh, language warning here too. Anyone watching on Facebook? Language could get fucking bad, so just be aware of that. Sorry. No, don't apologise. You can say what you want. All right, Finkelberry. Are you male or female? Come on, you got to give us clues. Or do I have to pull someone else in here? Do you have to find Hannah Jensen to tell me who you are? All right, Bobby's detective tonight too. So you hang around these parts much, Finkleberry? I'm not sure how this is supposed to work. You're not giving me enough to try and guess who you are. Who can really say what gender I am? I'm a figment of what a void that we all live in on the internet. Okay, I'm getting a... That's giving me a bit more. I'm not sure exactly what you're giving me there, but you're giving me something. I'd like to say Sal, but it's just not. I think Sal would be, yeah, more careful with his words. But then again, you've noticed your bad English and you've apologized. So that suggests maybe you are Sal Finkleberry. Maybe you are. Sal isn't here, says Bobby. Okay. Well, I don't know. I suck. Oh, yeah, I got it. Okay, it is Sal. Well, if you are indeed Sal, because if you're a true detective, you're never, you never rest on your laurels quite too much. So, but Sal is, yeah, exactly. Or am I? That's the sort of thing Sal would say. That's what I think. But yeah, because you had that bad English moment and then you apologized for it, I thought that was kind of strange. And that gave me a clue. You're not someone that just doesn't give a shit. You're someone that that wants to do it right. All right, well, hang on. Well, the detective thing's over then. We'll turn that off for now. What else is going on? How's your lockdowns going? And if you're in lockdown, the question I've got is anyone enjoying their lockdown more than they think they should be? Is that a thing? Where you're just getting into it on a level that you didn't think you would. Yeah, I feel trapped too. But I've got to admit, there's some things that I like about it as well. I think there's a lot of people out there that, with a bit of both, part of them likes it and part of them is kind of annoyed by it and sick of it. But I feel like when it's over, I might feel slightly more... I might actually miss it a little bit more. Yeah, the peace is nice, isn't it? I agree. I must go where the wild goose goes. Wild goose, brother goose, which is best? A wandering fool or a heart at rest? Last night I heard the wild goose cry, hanging north in the lonely sky. Tried to sleep, but it weren't no use, for I am a brother of the old wild goose. love, it ain't no use. I'm still a brother of the old wild goose. My heart knows what the wild goose knows. I must go where the wild goose goes. Wild goose, brother goose, which is best? A wandering fool or a heart at rest? The cabin is warm and the snow is deep, and I got a woman that lies asleep. She'll wake up on tomorrow's dawn, find poor critter that her love is gone. My heart knows what the wild goose knows. I must go where the wild goose goes. Wild goose, brother goose, which is best? A wandering fool or a heart at rest? Spring is coming and the ice will break, and I can't linger for a woman's sake. She'll see a shadow pass overhead, she'll find a feather beside her bed. I must go where the wild goose goes. I must go where the wild goose goes. Wild goose, brother goose, which is best? A wandering fool or a heart at rest? I really just should give up on that one, shouldn't I? There's always room for a strum out at the end. Boom, boom, boom. Oh! Right, but that's a good thing about this, these kind of nights. You can try some things, you can try some other things, they don't always work. What have we got here? I had to go out and find me food for my pet. Pet stores are shut down, of course, so I had to get it from someone who made a deal with over a platform on the internet. Okay. Got a lot of bird food and vitamins that will last me for 2 months. Vitamins for the bird or vitamins for yourself? Oh, Richard Sawada, thank you. It is Frankie Lane. Okay, Richard Sawada is giving us a link. What have we got here? We're going to try something. Let's play what he's... Oh, Blaze Foley. Anyone heard of this guy? Blaze Foley, he was mates with that other guy that I bring up all the time called Townes Van Zandt. What sort of bird you got, Finkelberry?
Almost felt you touching me just now.
Well, thanks for tuning in to Little Lockdown Radio.
Which way to turn and go.
Oh.
Feel so good, then I feel so bad. Wonder what I
Conua.
ought to do.
Please post a pic.
If I could only fly, if I could only fly,
Appropriate song.
I'd bid this place goodbye, to come and be with you. But I can hardly stand, got nowhere to run. Another sinking sun, one more lonely night. Wind keeps blowing somewhere every day. Tell me things get better somewhere up the way. Just dismal thinking on a dismal day. Sad songs for us to bear.
Thanks for this, Richard Sawada.
You know, sometimes I write happy songs,
Thanks for the love ID.
but then sometimes little things are wrong. You know, I wish they all could make you smile. Tomorrow maybe we can get away. We're coming home soon and I wanna stay. I wish you could come with me when I go again. If I could only fly, if I could only fly, I'd bid this place goodbye. Come and be with you. But I can hardly stand, got nowhere to run. Another sinking sun, one more lonely night. If I could only fly, if you could only fly, if we could only fly, there'd be no more lonely nights.
Oh, that ended kind of suddenly. Here, I'll turn Blaze down again. Yeah, Richard Sawada, poor old Blaze, he was shot dead. Yeah, he was shot in a bar trying to stop some guy shooting someone else, I think. Blaze Foley. Look him up. Interesting guy. There's a couple of interesting sort of fun YouTube animated videos and things around about Blaze Foley too. Jason Simpson. G'day, old mate. How you doing? But yeah, he wrote some beautiful songs. And meanwhile, what was that song called? I just went straight to the tune, but I didn't really pay attention. It is If I Could Only Fly. All right. So, meanwhile, Sal has posted up a picture of his... Sorry, Finkelberry has posted up a picture of his bird. A conure? I've never heard of these things. But I'm going to look it up here as well. We're just testing a bunch of stuff on the YouTube feeds here too. So let's have a look at some images. They're kind of like that. I'll throw it up. The conure. How old is your bird, Sal? You had it for a while? All right. Oh, conure. Conure? Hey Albo, how you doing? Good morning, baby. Conure. Ah, cool. Have you always had birds? Do you have other pets? You had a pet goat when you were young, but you ate it. I believe you. I totally believe you. We've got a pet rabbit. I would be in a lot of trouble though if I ate the pet rabbit. I don't want to eat her anyway. She's very cute. So do a lot of people in your part of the world have pet goats? Is that a common thing? It's quite uncommon here in Australia to have a pet goat. Yeah, sometimes the parents don't tell you what you're eating. That's the sort of thing they might have left out, I expect. That you're eating your pet. Saw that movie last night. I don't know if anyone's seen it. Honeyland. Has anyone seen that? Crazy, awesome movie. Documentary on a beekeeper lady in rural Macedonia. And this family moves in next door and just causes all sorts of problems. But yeah, she's doing this. She's keeping bees and making this beautiful honey and yeah, it's definitely worth a watch if you can get hold of that anywhere. Honeyland. Ooh, sounding a bit out of tune now. All right, time to tune the guitar. Yes, it's the days of the internet. You can easily pirate things. You found it already. You're quick. Amazing how quick Google is. You're saying baby a lot tonight, Finkelberry. What's the DuckDuckGo browser? What's that all about? It's good to be in a good mood, baby. I feel like I should sing a good mood song. I don't know if I have any. Maybe, oh God, I really don't know. They tend to be a bit dark. Dark and kind of sad songs, a lot of them. James Lancaster, how you doing, mate? Welcome. Sorry, I can't type back to anyone on Facebook because the system doesn't let me. It lets me type back on every other platform but Facebook. On Facebook. Yeah, thanks, James. Nice to hear from you there too. It's funny the people that pop in when you do this multi-stream out to different platforms. It's interesting to see where old friends just come in, kind of, that you would never normally be speaking to on a Saturday night. Even outside of lockdown, you probably wouldn't be doing that. So, thanks, Finkel. Serve lunch for the family. Beautiful. Enjoy your lunch too. Thanks, mate. So Finkelberry is who I think he is. Just for everyone else that's listening, he's a long way away in Saudi Arabia, believe it or not. Mariah, Mariah, my Mariah, Mariah, my Mariah, Mariah, Mariah. Oh. Anyone want to call in? You're quite welcome. Tell us what you're up to. How you're dealing with this current situation, which we're all getting sick of. We're getting kind of sick of talking about it, sick of listening to things about it, listening to other people and experts talk about it. It's just tell me when it's over. Knowing that it might not be for a while. Who have we got here? Jessica. Hello. Elbows here. I'm just looking at my eyes drawn to the ones with the pictures. Bennett Woods, I don't know that name. Jonathan Hawthorne. And Jennifer Thean? Eyeshadower. Let's not forget Eyeshadower. Okay. Well, if any of you guys want to call in, you're welcome. No pressure. There's nothing much happening, by the way, so I haven't got a schedule of plans of what we're going to be doing tonight or anything like that. It's just take it as it comes. Having said that, I should probably keep an eye on that window where I can tell if people are calling in or not. Oh shit, there's a whole bunch of stuff I've missed. Hey Jessica, how you doing? Are you in Australia? I seem to remember you being in Australia. I could be completely wrong, but yeah, mate. Nice, what part? Oh, South Australia, okay. How's things going there? I'm assuming all the shops are closed. We were going to go to Bunnings today. We had some gardening stuff and we did a drive into the car park and there was just bunting up everywhere. You know what bunting is? For anyone that doesn't know, it's just those little ropes with flags on them. And people were lining up. But the weird thing was, everywhere, every person in the line, maybe, let's say 80% of people in the line at Bunnings were wearing Bunnings hats. If you've never heard of Bunnings, it's just a big hardware store chain kind of thing. I don't know what the equivalent is in your part of the world, but yeah, they were wearing Bunnings hats. It's like, it's like only the most loyal Bunnings customers were coming out to shop. And we just went into the car park and went, oh, no, this is too much. I'm out of here. Let's go. They must be huge fans. Crazy huge fans. The cult of Bunnings. I just wanted to get a bit of fencing wire and some, maybe like a bit of rebar kind of grid to grow a passion fruit up. That's all we were after. There's no sausage sizzle on today though, is there? I don't know what the Bunnings are like in South Australia at the moment, but the sausage sizzle is the last thing you will find at Bunnings in Perth. So, Jessica, have you come across many other Australians on this app, on the Castbox app? Because a girl called in the other night, I think it was Kyles or someone from Sydney. Oh God, Kyle? Yeah, that was her. She's a bit. Okay, so don't say anything else because it's not necessary. And you don't have to, incriminate yourself. She's a bit what though? I'm curious. No, anyway, I ended up hanging up on her because she just, she had she called in and like we were best mates for about 5 seconds and then she just went off on some trip of her own. And I was trying to ask, like, drop in, when you're talking to someone, they don't respond to anything you're saying at all. And they just go off on their own trip. It was like that. Proclamation, news and gatherance. Professor Johnson, welcome. Oh, she's a bit much. Okay, so it was just, that was my experience. Yeah, she was a bit much. Man, proclamation, I don't know, not too much. I'm just sitting here doing this. I've never seen you come on here though, but I always see your stuff in the list. It's one of those you're Nutty Professor. Do you want to call in? You're welcome to if you want to. Yeah. Anyway, I'm sure she's a nice person when you get to know her, but... he's calling in. He? Have I even got that right?
How you doing there, Rolly? Thank you very much. I'm Nutty Professor.
You are Nutty Professor, mate. Are you actually living in the UK?
Yeah, I'm from UK, mate. I'm from Essex.
Essex, right.
Yeah.
So
where are you from?
I'm in Perth.
US?
I'm in Perth, Western Australia.
Oh,
so
nice.
in theory, my accent is closer to yours than it would be to someone from the States,
Yeah, definitely. I've got some friends in Australia, so.
Right. So you've been on this app a while, yeah?
Yeah, I've been in it. It's only been on for over about 9 months. It's been going for now. I've been here since day one, pretty much.
That's about it. Yeah, I think in April last year it started.
Yeah, I come like 2 weeks after it started.
Wow.
Yeah,
pretty crazy.
I've been on off.
But you run your own casts. What's your thing on here? Is it
I've
Jesus?
Tried to do it like royal family, politics, and I end up singing, just talk, general chit chat with everyone,
Yeah, nice. I think it's a good platform for that because you can just, without the visual distraction, all the visuals can be really distracting sometimes. So it's nice to have a kind of platform where you can just focus on listening to people and then talking back. Although, as we've been saying, not everyone listens on here as well, but it's a good skill to develop. And I've definitely found that I've been able to think more about letting people speak before butting into them all the time and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I get like that sometimes because I'm reading out the news all day. You end up, when someone's talking to you, you end up talking over and I have to pause.
I think Jessica is asking, you're an opera singer?
No. I'm not really. I'm not a great singer. I do a bit of like gospel music. I found a few songs I sound, fairly good. A lot of people say I'm really good at it, but I'm nothing special.
Oh man, I put one on the other night. A band called the Fairfield Four.
Yeah.
and it was they're gospel legends, and there's just one particular live video which I just love, and I was on here and I played that one, and it was just, there's something about the feeling from some of that music which I don't get from
Well,
anything else, you know.
you got to do something that try and makes you, makes you happy, and then you like put any music on that makes you happy. I find, because I mean, I've been through I've probably all have all been through life, but I mean, I've been through the middle of it. I lost my wife and kids. She's moved on, took my kids away. So that's why I call myself the professor, to try and build myself up again.
How long ago did that happen?
2 years ago, and I mean, I'm back home in Essex now. I was up near Greater London because my wife's from around here, and I didn't want to bump into her and a new boyfriend, so I moved up to Greater London to get away.
Okay.
And I had a terrible year being on my own, you know. I was a professional boxer when I was with my wife. I used to give all my money to my kids, and then I started building myself up. I study arts and humanities now. I've literally just read books the whole year. I was in Hertfordshire, Greater London, and they put me through into a university degree now, so I'm really happy.
How old are your kids?
My eldest boy's 14. I've got 11-year-old and 2 9-year-olds, all boys.
Wow, so they're almost at the age where they can start kind of almost making their own decisions and doing their own thing, right? I've got an 11-year-old.
Yeah. I mean, you can imagine. I've always been, I've never been drunk or taken drugs or anything. I was a professional boxer. I used to look after their health, their cooking, their needs, And then I've had it all taken off, and I'm just trying to get it back. I got caught in June.
Yeah, and what's that for?
That's just to get the custody of them. Try and get some part of custody of my kids again. Now I don't know why. I shouldn't have got taken from me in the first place. It's unheard of, isn't it? You got a professional athlete, and then he loses everything. That makes sense.
What happens, and I think some parts of, I don't know what it's like there. I think some parts of the law maybe often favour, I think mostly rightly would favour the mother side of things. Mostly rightly, I say. But yeah, I know I've known people as well that get caught up on the wrong end of that, and with people that just lie and make a bunch of stuff up. So,
Yeah, they should. I mean, they're taking evil with sin. They're giving it to the sin. She drinks, she takes drugs, and that makes sense.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing against it. Our mum and dads do it. I know that, but I shouldn't be scrutinised and thrown in the bin for it.
Do you see your kids much at the moment?
No, I haven't seen them in about 3 years now.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so we got married in 2017. It's pretty much over after got married. Like 2-3 weeks after got married, we was together 15 years.
Wow.
Yeah, a long time.
All right. So what's next? What's after this? When this quarantine goes away?
I mean, this is what I want to do. I mean, talking to people like yourself, you seem like you got, when you start elaborating with someone that's got the same sort of idea as you, it makes casting so much easier, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's nice. I enjoy the communicating with a bunch of different people from different parts of the world, different points of view, and that's always nice.
Yeah, look, it's good to elaborate your stress as well. Share your stress. Problem shared, problem half, isn't it? At the end of the day.
That's it. Oh, look, I'm gonna try and click on your on your cast next time, because to be honest, because it sounds a bit Jesus-y. Sometimes I don't click on those things. I just swipe past all the.
I'm not a massive Bible basher, but I've always gone to church. I went to Church of England when I was a kid. So
yeah, right, okay. Yeah, no, I grew up in a Catholic family, but not really not a practicing Catholic family. I went to a Catholic high school, And
my family were Christian guys, but because I went to Christian school and we had church across the road, we used to go there every now and then. And I just found, like, later on in my life, I just found, rather than me wrap around all them, you can imagine when I was doing professional boxing, I had all drug dealers want to wrap around me, all alcoholics want to wrap around me. It ain't me, So I just threw myself back in church and got rid of them all.
How old were you when you started professional boxing, or just boxing as a sport?
I've done 5 years. I've done professional boxing 5 years. I've done probably about 11 years.
So how old are you now?
I'm 36 now.
Okay, so kind of mid-20s? Is that when you started boxing, or were you boxing before then?
Yeah, I done it a bit when I was a kid, and then I got kicking when I was 18. I died 3 times when I was 18. I got beaten up by about 15 blokes. They hit me with a baseball bat, hammer. I was kicking me in the head. I was unconscious. I got put in a coma for 2 weeks. I
Oh,
had a fractured skull, cheekbone, and then when I was 21, I took it up again. And I started getting hit in the head. My doctor said I won't be able to walk again. I started getting hit in the head. I thought, I'm all right. And I just carried on boxing, you know.
oh. Do you
And
think you would have
I've
taken it up again if you hadn't have had that awful beating earlier? Do you think you would have still ended up?
I don't know. I think that they inspired me to go back doing it. Just get strong, get back on my feet. I think.
Oh. So what's it like getting knocked out in the? Have you ever been knocked out in a boxing match?
Yeah, I've got one of my second from last fight. I got put in the ring with a cruiserweight. I'm only middleweight. It's like 2 stone difference in professional, and it's professional. It should have been a match properly, you know. But he hit me in the ribs. Hit me in the ribs and 5 minutes off. I was like, bloody hell, took the wind out of me. But bit of a shock.
Oh man, the last time I remember getting hurt like that by another human is in school. So then I've had my
Yeah,
whole adult life. I'm 46 now. I've had my whole adult life not being hurt by another human. It's been good, but you forget, And then I remember just hurting myself all the time as a kid. And then suddenly, 15 years have gone past and you haven't ever had, you haven't had the wind knocked out of you in 15 years. And then suddenly something small happens and it feels like, oh, I remember what this feels like.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think that's like me. I'll stub my toe now when I go for a little jog sometimes. I can't go far as I used to run like 30 miles a day. I couldn't barely run a mile now.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy. I've only given up, I've given up boxing for about 2 years. I went to go back this year, but I've got too much wrong. I've got secondary Raynaud's disease anyway.
What's that?
It's like bad blood flow. It's bad blood flow in my hands and feet. In the winter, my hands really hurt. It's like chilblains on your hands.
Oh, they get cold, yeah?
Yeah, when you go in the cold and come in the wall, my hands are burning.
Oh, do they go blue?
Yeah, blue and purple. It's horrible.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm high risk for coronavirus. I don't go out. I just stay in.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Hey, lady's joining. Hello, lady.
Yeah, like lady. She's been on for a long time.
Yep. She's been in there. Yeah, wow. Oh, strange times.
How long have you been here, Riley?
On the app, since about May last year. Just getting on here and talking to people since then, really.
Yeah, but I was roughly about the same time as you.
Yeah. I think it was just after they released it. They probably released it to the UK and Australia around the same time.
Yeah. You got quite a few friends. I ain't seen you alive before.
No, I do. Well, at the moment, I'm trying to do at least once a week. But when I first got into it, I was on there every day for a little bit, and then I made I ended up making a podcast about the Castbox thing, and I think a lot of people listened to that, and then I disappeared for a while because I was getting a bit addicted to it. I think, in a way that I hear other people on here now, and I go, I see what's happening here. I see you've just come in and. You see people come in and then for 2 weeks, that's all they're doing, nothing but on Livecast all the time. And it's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people use it like Facebook, don't they? Like just general chat, not really what's going on. People like to hear what's going on in the community, what's going on in your world, That's what I think. Like hobbies, interests in it, things like that. Yep. Relationship advice, that sort of thing.
No, that's it. Yeah, it's an interesting format because you've got to kind of, even just in talking to you like I am now and trying to keep track of text and things at the same time. And I've actually got another couple of windows, not that anything's happening in them at the moment, but it's it kind of works your brain a little bit, which I enjoy. I enjoy that aspect as well.
Yeah, when I do newscasts, I used to do it live on Facebook, but I've been blocked from Facebook now.
Why did they block you on Facebook?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not sure. That's what I want to do. Potentially I want to be a professional like newscaster. That's what I want to be. But I think I've got to get my degree before I'm allowed to do it. I'm not sure.
Sometimes I got a couple of warnings or a couple of notices on YouTube and things for copyright music stuff. And
Yeah.
they didn't. But what happens is when it reaches that, if I've put up a 2-hour stream like this, and when it reaches a point where there's some copyright music comes in, apparently they just mute it out. And then they allow the rest to go. Or sometimes the copyright owner will just put an ad on your at the beginning of your video on the replay. So
Have you got YouTube? Have you?
well, this is running out to YouTube right now, believe it or not. So I'm doing a multi-stream thing. So I'm while we're talking on Castbox, it's going into this platform called Restream, and then it goes out to my Facebook page and Periscope and YouTube and all the rest. I'll put the link up if you want.
Send me a link, I'll follow it.
It's a really simple... Oh, to YouTube, yeah?
Yeah, go on.
I can do that. I think I can do that.
You need 100 subscribers, don't you, before you go live?
No, not... no, I haven't got that many.
I need to do a live YouTube thing. I need 100, it says.
Really? Maybe that's a UK thing. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I think it's because I'm using a device. If you get a laptop, my laptop hasn't got a speaker on it though.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So on a desktop, hang on. Well, I'm going to stop that feeding back.
My laptop with them do live, but I ain't got a speaker for it yet. I'm waiting for my studio to turn up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, well, that's all right. I'm running off desktop, so it's easy.
Yeah. I've ordered a studio for my desktop. It's going to take, I don't know, I ordered about 2 weeks ago. But where this pandemic thing's in place at the moment, I might be waiting for a long time.
Yeah, try it. I don't know if this link is going to work, but that's my channel.
Yeah, you're probably right there, Jess. I think it's just my mobile devices. I'm using my phone because I'm using my phone. Got an iPad as well.
I'll just chime in on something Jessica said before. I did 15 minutes of beginner's yoga 2 days ago, and I'm actually sore. Not good.
I see that.
Yoga's supposed to be, it should be a little bit easier than a full workout. Beginner's yoga. And 15 minutes, Jessica. I
just followed your YouTube now as well.
Thanks, man.
No worries, no.
But yeah, I think if you stick at your yoga a bit longer, I reckon I like that feeling when you're sore from a bit of exercise, though.
Yeah, I do. It makes me go back. Every time when I do that. I just go spinning. That kills your legs.
Spinning.
And, I go spin. Once I get into, I have to go like twice a week to build my legs up.
Spin class.
No, yeah, I go every day. I was going 7 days a week when I was living in Greater London.
Yeah, right. Ooh.
I had a girlfriend up there. We used to go all the time together.
So what is involved in a spin class? Is that all the... Do you do the ropes? You know that thing with the ropes? The big fat...
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do that. I do everything. Obviously, all my conditioning for boxing is all similar, that sort of thing.
Yeah, because I've started going to the gym kind of later in life, and and I've been curious about it. And there's a lot of things that look kind of cool that you'd like to try, but there's a bit of a barrier there of I don't know how to do it. No one's there really training me or anything, so I don't want to embarrass myself just getting hold of this big rope and just trying to mess with it. It looks like I'll end up tied up in it on the floor somehow or something.
Anything's hard. I mean, anything's hard at gym. If you don't condition yourself first, if you go into like a condition, they do like a conditioning muscle pump thing. Anything hurts, doesn't it? If you ain't done it before.
Yep, for sure.
If I have a little time out, it hurts my body well bad.
And then I've had that that lower back thing. Like I've had lower back things where I've just probably been pushing a bit hard on some of the machines, and then for 6 months haven't been able to get out of bed and touch my toes or anything. It's just been awful. So
yeah, I know. So I'm an ex-builder as well, so my lower back's knackered. That's why I'm doing. That's why I'm doing my arts and humanities course, and hopefully get this job in a school, or I think I can do like management as well, like in a shop or something. After I finish, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll be 39 when I finish. I'm 36 now. It's a 3-year course, so
that'll go quick. There's one good thing about getting older. I always say, like, you can plant a seed in the ground and it grows into a tree much quicker than it used to. Like, you used to think, 6 years before this thing becomes a tree, it's not even worth planting it. 6 years is so long. Whereas,
So Jessica just put, us men don't get that pain, I don't think.
well, it depends what sort of sex you're having, I guess. But yeah, really active sex in a really hot kind of humid environment. I mean, some people probably like that, but yeah. No, you want to be match fit for that sort of thing, especially if it hasn't been a while. I think, yeah, it's a good idea just to lift the fitness a bit. Because I started over, like I said, after 40, and it's becomes a little bit. It's funny how something like exercise or something that's kind of apparently good for you can take on the same aspects of like another addiction. Like if normally you get up in the morning and smoke a few bongs, it's relatively easy to transfer that into getting up in the morning and doing something different, as long as you keep that regularity to it. For some people, anyway. Maybe I would argue for most people, you know, you can pick and replace your little addictions quite easily. And yeah, as you get older, you feel like being a bit more clever about that sort of thing.
I'm like with my study. I'll get up, do some push-ups, do sit-ups, do a bit of reading, I'll do more push-ups. to keep myself going, you know. But lately, I've been lazy.
It happens.
I've literally just got out of bed. It's like 1 o'clock now. 1 p.m.
1 p.m.
Yeah.
Routine is.
What's time now? It must be like.
Oh, it's almost 8:30. No, it's almost 8:30 on here. Over where? Oh, hang on. Jessica's maybe 1 hour off from what I am. So.
Yeah.
8:30 here. Jess, where are you at? You 9:30 or? And then Sydney, Melbourne, they're another hour past that.
Oh, blimey.
Generally, it's 2 hours. Daylight savings, it's 3 hours later.
Australia's quite big, isn't it?
Oh, you're almost 10. Okay, so you're an hour and a half out from me.
Yeah, I've got a lot of friends in Australia.
Oh, you got some friends? What part?
I think she's in Sydney. It's not really my friend. My sister's friend. Like, well, one of our best school friends, you know. She's,
right.
My sister's 42. She looks younger than me, though. She come round and see me the other day. She's well tiny.
Nice.
I don't know. She keeps so well. We don't know her age. 42. She goes running. She drinks a lot though. I don't know if she does it. She drinks a lot of fish.
Just individual metabolisms and things play into it a lot, don't? Yeah.
Drinking drugs has kept her youth, I think.
A mate sent me something today. It was a cannabis cigar that some guys are selling in the US.
Yeah.
And I had like a $300 version, and then there was like a $3,000 version. Then there's a $12,000 version, and the $12,000 version of this cigar is coated in gold leaf, like edible, smokable gold leaf, and it's got little crystals down the top of the little THC crystals down the edge, and each part that you smoke is a different strain of pot. Yeah, and inside it's got something in it that makes it burn down. It's like there's a gas or something built into the cigar that sort of helps it burn. Wow, it's like that's pretty crazy from this part of the world, where pot's still illegal. I think it's still illegal there too, yeah?
What'd you get up to in this lockdown thing? What have you been up to? Been doing anything much creative or?
Oh, look, I normally my work is events and arts and stuff, so I haven't had a lot to do. So I've been doing a bit of homeschooling with the daughter, and looking into just other opportunities for work. Really, like trying to have a regular working day. I'm pretty used to working on my own from home.
Yeah,
so,
you're an artist, are you?
Yeah, Yeah, digital stuff mainly, music and digital stuff.
Oh, right. Okay. I don't know if you do, you draw art and paint art as well.
No, I'm not
sort of thing.
a illustrator by any stretch.
Oh,
But I'm learning
I do
to.
a little bit.
Oh, do you?
I'm not quite sure what I am. I do a little bit of, like I said, I do a little bit of gospel singing, write some of my own songs, my work. I try and do a little bit of anything, just start getting paid.
Hey, have you ever gotten paid for any of your art or music stuff? Do you do
No,
gigs?
not yet. I'm doing an art exhibition in October. I've got so much artwork. I've got about 2 years worth. I've just been sat in my room and just been painting most days. So I've got loads.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I did.
So
I started
hopefully-
doing painting more as a teenager, but I think I just didn't have the eye for it or the talent somehow.
Yeah. I think a lot of artists nowadays they ruin it because a lot of them do print art, don't they? They're copy artists and they ruin it. So it puts her off.
Yeah.
Remember being at school, like my mate would be drawing something and he'd go in the next room with a printer, like he'd get a pencil app on his phone or something. His paint would look like spot on. I thought, how's he just done that? But he's copied the outline and painted in the inside sort of thing. Yeah,
You got to start
not
somewhere
up to
though.
Yeah.
We all have to start by copying stuff. I mean, otherwise nothing would get done if we had to start everything from scratch and relearn cubism and impressionism and all those different art forms. If we had to rediscover them from scratch, it wouldn't happen. You would have no new art really.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you look at Van Gogh and Pablo Picasso, they was pretty much similar to what I do, just straight from a pencil, straight from a paintbrush. They wouldn't copy or outline or trace anything. But artists now, they ruin it. They ruin all the form of real art, I think.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's just the difference between, art as art and art as a bit of a thing to pass time, and artisan.
Yeah.
The difference there. Now, just
the tools they got now as well. Like you can buy instruments, like you can buy pen paint. So it's coming out like with fine stroke, for a pen. And like if you're painting grass strokes, it looks spot on. I think that burns art as well because it's not literally by the paintbrush, is it anymore?
No, that's true. That's true. But there's all sorts of digital paintbrushes and things now, of course. So you'd probably get into that stuff if you got hold of it.
Yeah, I need a bit. Yeah, once I start sending a bit, I'll get a bit more funding towards what I want to do, so see where I go with it.
Jessica, weirdly, Rolly, your voice and the way you speak sounds so much like my dad. Really? While I was reading that a second ago, I took it upon myself to look up some dad jokes. Do you want to hear one?
Yeah, go on, buddy.
We'll give it a go. They're normally pretty bad. Here we go. But the good thing is, I've got the sound effect here, so it's going to make it funny. I'm reading a book about anti-gravity. It's impossible to put down. How about that? Anyone? I'm not hearing anyone laughing.
That's it again, man. It's the last section.
Never mind, we'll move on. Justice is I haven't even read this one properly yet. Justice is a dish best served cold. If it were served warm, it would be just water. Oh, God. The fattest knight at King Arthur's round table was Circumference. He acquired his size from too much pie. That's P-I. Not laughing, Jessica. Oh dear, exactly. Now I have an app for this, which is much better, but and then
what's your little additive there? That little instrument thing that goes off. Is that a thing on your app on your phone?
No, I've got a keyboard here in the studio.
Oh, Ah, I see.
So I
That's
can,
good. Yeah.
if I could play piano, which I can't, unfortunately, but I've got piano sounds. I've even got some synthy stuff going.
I just get
yeah.
some stuff like that.
It's pretty simple. Once you've got a sound mixer, you can plug different things into it, you know. So I need my own laugh track. That's so true. Maybe I can look that up. I was working with some cafe sounds a little while ago because this whole idea of a lockdown cafe. Laughing SFX. Whose phone? Is that my phone or is that yours?
No,
it's yours.
It's mine. My friend was texting me.
That's all right. Hang on. Well, what's this? What about this one? Oh, there's one. Wow, they just keep laughing as well. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Wow, that's real funny.
How long are you guys in lockdown for, Valley? You in lockdown for long, or?
Well, you know, it's like everything at the moment. It's constantly changing. The ideas of what we're doing and what's going to be in the future is changing all the time. So I'm guessing they're going to start letting people out here in the next month or, you know, in a couple of weeks maybe, because we haven't been hit as hard as other places.
Yeah, I think if we do go back in, we got to go back in, you know, diligently, slowly does it, you know. When people start going back to the beach, make sure you're still social distancing and stuff. You got to treat it like World War now, don't you, really? This many people dying.
Yeah, you do. And I think as long as you've got the testing in place and it's reliable, then you can get reliable data to say, okay, we can start letting people out. And then if it goes up, then you can go, oh, no, we've got to lock down a bit more again. And, you know, just get the right mix. So that not too many people die and you still retain a bit of social freedom. There's a lot of talk at the moment about you know, the police powers they're bringing in and things like that. And, you know, how's it going? How much is too far in terms of the, you know, law enforcement's ability to shut people down and keep them in their houses. So, yeah, I think that's going to come to a head at some point, unless the government sort of starts to release people and businesses from this. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we definitely need to. We need to get it slowly get it back to normal, don't we? It's getting too much just sitting indoors. I don't mind it 'cause I'm sitting anyway, but I'm just thinking for everyone else, you know, that lives a normal life. They got kids. They want to get their kids down the park, or
exactly.
I don't think kids shouldn't go back to school yet. Not till next year, I don't think, just in case.
No, it's hard with the schools because, I mean, it seems logical that kids are just going to spread that shit like nothing else. You know, I don't see how.
Worst,
I don't see how heaps of kids going to school sitting next to each other. I mean, I took my daughter out of school a week or two earlier than they were saying. You know, so we got out a bit early. On the last day that I went there was a kid at the front after school. One of her friends. They were in a friend's circle, and this kid had a balloon, like a yellow balloon. I was blowing into the balloon. I could see all the slobber like on her lips, like shining in the sunlight. And then she was just letting the air out of this balloon in her friend's circle, like all over her friends. And no one's looking at that stuff, at what kids are doing, you know, around each other. And they're just little virus spreaders. Of course they are. But, you know, at the same time, we can't all homeschool. So some kids have to go to school. And I don't know what else we do. We are looking now. What are you looking?
That's what I was thinking of reading.
Kids are so gross, Isabel. You know that. Sorry, she's on Facebook there. Nothing but filthy little, gross little bags of child. But we love them. Snot gobblers. I'll play a tune, eh?
Yeah, go on.
Way down south, there is a story of a man called Lee and his wife. She was soft and wild and loving and kind, as good a woman as any you'd find. But now I don't know where she's gone. Blackwood River, cold as stone, cold as stone. Flowing waters, take me home. Oh, in the middle of the night, in the winter time, when the moon was high, the devil inside his mind, the river was wide. Proclamation. Can you whistle at all?
No, I can't. That's one thing I can't do.
You can't? Okay, that's all right.
No, maybe.
Yeah, I need a whistle in this next bit. You'll know when it is.
Right.
He led her to the bank, and then he started whistling. Beautiful. Back home, the 303 was missing. Now I don't know where she's gone. Blackwood River, cold as stone, cold as stone. Flowing waters, take me home. Oh, 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 oh. Now if you walk down by the river at night, sometimes you'll hear the faraway cry singing, I don't lie, the river don't lie, river don't lie, the river don't lie. Singing, I don't lie, the river don't lie, river don't lie, the river don't lie. Now I don't know where she's gone. Blackwood River, cold as stone, cold as stone. Flowing waters, take me home. She's cold as stone, cold as stone. Blackwood River, take me home.
Very good. Good song, that, bro.
Thanks, man. At the end of that sitcom laughter track, there's a bit of applause. There we go. I can even give my own applause, Jessica. Oh, thanks, and thanks for yours. Thanks for the whistling too, man.
No problem, mate. I'm rubbish at whistling, aren't
Mm.
I? Terrible.
We all have our moments, I think, when it comes to whistling. Sometimes I can whistle, I think, all right, and then other times it's just really bad.
Yeah. I can never whistle. People can do that thing with two fingers, a wolf whistle. Can't do that.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Wow. Jessica says it's perfect, mate. Thanks, Isabel, on Facebook. Yeah, it's crazy. 20-second delay on the Facebook feed compared to...
Are you on Facebook as well, yeah?
Yeah, it streams out to the Facebook, just my personal page as well, which is open anyway.
Yeah, I'm blocked on. I'm banned
Yeah,
on Facebook. I
that's
get banned.
right. I
get
love that
banned
you're
all the time.
banned on Facebook. Why? I don't know why, but it just sounds cool. I wish I was banned on Facebook.
It's so ridiculous. I try and do something decent, you know, and then people just ban me on there.
So what? You
I
must
do
have
what
an
I-
idea of why they've banned you. Like, what's the?
No, I don't know if it's because I'm doing politics on there or I don't know.
Did they not
But
send you a
if
letter to say your account has been closed because of yada yada? Or
No, it doesn't. It doesn't say. But someone said, "Oh, it's because you're doing politics." But I'm studying politics. That shouldn't matter. Shouldn't matter.
but somebody said, who said? Facebook or someone else?
I think it's just Facebook. It didn't say why I was banned. It didn't give me no reason. It said, "Oh, your Facebook's under." Oh, they're checking it out for I don't know something wasn't right that was going on my Facebook.
They didn't like something you
sure.
said, obviously, and they've taken you off. Is that?
Yeah, but
that the vibe?
I haven't said nothing rational. I don't do no swear words. I never do any discrimination.
No hate speech, nothing like that?
No, nothing at all. No chatting women up. I've got kids and I won't chat women up.
Have you ever, I don't know, did you ever, call someone by the wrong pronoun or anything like that?
No, nothing. I'll do everything like, I don't know if you watch the politics channels, but I mean, everything's,
Not really.
pretty much like that, all the way through.
Yeah, okay.
But I don't know if it's something to do with that, but I can't see how. If I'm studying politics, arts and humanities is history and politics, so why they would ban me for doing that, I don't know.
Start another account on a different email address.
Yeah, that's what I need to set up another.
Easy enough to set up just another Google email. I mean, there's plenty of people on this app that have like 10 accounts just based on different email addresses. I think that's how.
Yeah, I know. I keep changing. It's a pain in the bum, isn't it? I've changed. I've had Facebook about 4 different times now. I think it's just a pain in the backside.
Yeah, well, Jessica's saying you should ask for an explanation, or you could ask for an explanation.
Yeah,
but I know what it's like. It's going to be
to.
hard to get to talk to anyone or get a response, right?
Yeah, I tried to send them an email, but there is a contact number. I tried to bring that, and I couldn't get through.
Yeah. They've got so much to look through. Imagine just like the searching, like there's people that search through the all the stuff that gets put up on the live feeds, so they can get rid of any porn and just like violent stuff and things. Yeah.
Talking about Facebook, I've literally just opened my Facebook up.
You literally just what?
It's opened up. My Facebook's just opened.
Oh, so you're back on.
Yeah, I'm back on now.
Oh, there you go.
Good afternoon, ladies. Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Maybe they heard us talking on here and said, "This guy's all right. Let him back on."
Yeah, that's good. I'm well happy. I didn't think I could get it back on. I'm well happy with it.
I think a lot of it is just bot AI kind of algorithms deciding that this is a red flag here, and then a human checks it, and they go, "Oh,
yeah,
actually that's all right. No, that's fine."
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
The Aussie influence, maybe.
Let's see what's happening there. I think it is because I keep posting politics on different pages.
What are they calling you, a spammer or something?
Yeah, that's what you get done for spamming it, all the for sale pages, isn't it?
Oh, if you're posting politics on the for sale pages, maybe that's an explanation.
Yeah, maybe. Just try and build up my followers. I'm more happy about life now. So.
Can't sell an option? An opinion? Yeah. Damn autocorrect. I've turned autocorrect off. I thought I was being smart, and I'm actually finding I'm making even more mistakes now. But they're not mistakes where it's a completely different word like that, option and opinion. It'll just be opinsen or something like, which I prefer.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to leave autocorrect off.
I end up writing onions or something.
Yeah.
I think the more reading you do, the more mistakes you do as well. I've read about 10 books in the last year, and you just make some mistakes because you're tired, you know.
When you're reading or when you're writing after you're reading?
When I'm writing after I'm reading, I start texting or I'm writing an essay or something. I go back from the essay. I think, blimey, how many mistakes have I made?
Oh yeah, probably a few. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'll have to. I'll write it on paper and I'll send all my essays in through computers. I do spell check on there, and I usually make a few.
Musicians in the Mountains is joining. There's a guy on a mountain somewhere with a tent. Welcome.
Oh, blimey.
He's a climber as well.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
Yeah, okay.
Musician in the Mountains. That's different.
Mountain music. Oh, he's saying hello as well. How you doing?
He plays the old... he's pop musician, by the looks of it. It's like you.
Pop? What? Musician?
Yeah, he's like you. Yeah, he plays the old... Is it flute? I can't think what they're called.
Well, I've got an ocarina here.
Yeah, he's got a flute though, mate, yes. Yeah, that's what he's got. Harmonica, that's it.
In Norway in lockdown. Wow.
Yeah.
I've never met someone from Norway on here. Ever.
He's probably not. He's probably just a traveller goes round, I reckon, by the thing, mountain climbing, everything.
He might let us know.
Follow him on Instagram.
All right, yeah. I'll check you out. Hang on. Oh no, I won't do it there though. I'll do it on the other one. I wish Castbox would put something else up here. I actually just got a notification from Castbox on Telegram. What's that all about? Hi Castboxes. Where are we? I haven't looked at this for a while. If someone privately messages you with some kind of questionnaire or form to fill in about podcasts, please do not click that in case of any insecurity. Okay, sure. Yeah, okay, thanks. I don't know why I got that, but... Oh, yeah, okay, here's all the... So are you actually from Norway, travelling man?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, I just checked him. He is from there.
Cool. Okay, I'll follow that.
I've just seen his Instagram. It looks quite good actually. It's quite kosher, you know.
Yeah, nice.
I like looking at people's pictures, see who they are.
Yeah, Jess, apparently there's a scam going around, maybe messaging some Castbox users. I lived in Norway for 17 years. Yeah, how everyone's getting into Netflix at the moment with all this time. We started watching a new one last night. So, what's something, have you got it or...
Yeah, I've got Netflix. I don't watch it though. I've got my mate sent me this link where you can watch all the films at the cinema as well, but I don't watch it. I'll send it on here for you if you want.
Paste it up. Someone will use it.
Yes.
But I'm all good for my content. I know where to get stuff if I need to. But I've still been watching a bit of Netflix and things. But the one I put on last night, we wanted some trashy viewing, and
Yeah.
because sometimes that's just what you feel like. We watched that hardcore documentary about the Macedonian beekeeper.
Yeah.
Honeyland, and that was really good, but quite heavy. So when you want something
This is one. Look.
Oh, there you go. Okay. So yeah, there's one called The Terrace, and it's like a Tokyo house, and they just put 6 kind of young people in this house, and you just wait for them to argue with each other or whatever. But because it's Japanese, they're all being really polite to each other. It's like no other real TV I've ever seen. And there's another 6 people in the studio that watch the episodes, and it sort of cuts back to them talking about it. But yeah, I just love that Japanese style of even the young people are so polite to each other and things. And I'm really kind of curious now how it's going to play out, because apparently it's quite popular still. Michael said,
I
Michael.
watch.
Thanks,
I
Michael.
haven't watched. You know what? I haven't watched TV for about 4 years. Terrible.
Well, it's a good thing, really.
I've got TV, but I haven't plugged it in. I just leave it sitting there. I don't watch it.
Michael, is that photo actually you? It's a good photo. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. There's an intensity to it, isn't there? Whoop, there we go. Oh, Damien Reed, g'day, mate. Little local friend there, I think. And yeah, I do try and get some people onto the Castbox, because I do think this is a great app. I wish they'd improve it more and give it a bit more of a push. But
yeah, I always try and get people on Facebook to get on it, but
yeah,
it's hard, It's hard to get other people on it. They don't know what it's about, do they? They don't know how to pick up the phone and start talking. I think that's half the trouble.
Yeah, well, you don't have to though. A lot of people just listen. The good thing is you can be on here and just cooking dinner like I do sometimes, and not having to look at a screen. You can do the gardening. I did a cast a while back, and it was fun. I was just planting some bamboo, and I just put the phone on, and just had a bunch of people in there talking to us while I was planting some bamboo. And at the end, I watered it in, and it felt like we were all doing it together. Even though
I'm surprised, but Joe, I'm surprised at being this bloody sex cast already.
Sex cast?
Yeah, like like Pornhub. I'm surprised someone thought of doing that.
What?
Trying to make money off it,
I'm sure that. Oh no, that's out there as well. But maybe not.
Not something I look for, but I just thought, what these Pornhub women like. They're trying.
Well, I was speaking to a girl I mentioned it on the cast the other night, but I was looking at an app the other day that was it was called Cast with a K, and it's like a screen sharing party, watch a movie with friends kind of app. And there was a girl. I ended up in this room, and there was a girl streaming some Harry Potter, and we got talking. She said she was a DJ, and I said, "Oh, like an online DJ?" And I was thinking, "Oh, it's like Castbox or whatever." And she said, "Oh no, it's like it's called 3DX Chat." So I looked it up, and it was like full throbbing 3D animation, penis, vagina, intensity. And I wrote back to her and said, "Oh, is this the one that you're DJing at?" And she said, "Oh yeah, but there's more than it's heaps more than just the sex stuff." And I said, I asked her if people making money there, and she said, yeah, maybe some of the DJs not DJs, sorry, the builders of the nightclubs and things in this virtual world that they've created. So the nightclubs can be built and owned by people, obviously. I don't know if they charge entry or how it all works, but yeah, the community's about 11,000 people, and it sounds like a reasonably kind of supportive community at the same time. But yeah, the front page just looks like, you know, that hardcore Pornhub, you know, when the ads come up on Pornhub.
Yeah, I know. DJ.
Castbox isn't about that. Porn DJ. No, but she's just DJing. She's just a DJ. It's like if you work at a strip club and you're a DJ, it doesn't mean that you're into all this. Well, maybe a strip club's not even the best example. You could work at a brothel. There's really no other kind of analogy for it. It's an online kind of place where the app itself sells, you know, you can buy upgrades in the form of sexual positions and things, and that these 3D animated characters do. But again, it's a visual thing. I don't know.
So, well, I'm going to shoot off for a little bit. I'm going to have a bath and I'll come back on. I'll come back and tune in.
No worries, mate. Yeah, I'm going to be...
I'll
probably only go for another 20 minutes or so, I reckon. So, but it
oh,
was nice speaking to you.
If you're still here, I'll pop back in. But if not, it's lovely to meet you. And you've done a great cast since I've been here. So
thanks a lot, mate. Thanks for taking part.
Yeah, no problem. And lovely to speak to you. I'll catch you soon, yeah?
No worries. Catch you soon.
Oh, buddy.
Was he having a bath? You having a bath?
Yeah, I'm going to bath and get ready. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I ain't got ready yet.
Oh, good. All right. Well, good luck. Enjoy it.
Oh, I'll take care, mate. Have a good one. Speak soon, yeah?
Speak soon, mate. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bath. Like, I love a good bath. It's been a while. I haven't had a bath for a while. In the summertime here, it's not really bath weather, but once that winter, sometimes in winter, and working from home, sometimes I'm tempted to have 2 baths a day. I feel bad, but I'll be working in a space and get really cold, and I'll just need to do something to warm myself up. Baths are great. Have you even got a bath in your house? We didn't have a bath in the house for a while when we were renting, and it was a good 2 or 3 years without a bath. But that's the other thing I like about the Japanese stuff, when they know how to do the baths, you know. Those hot spring baths out in the little courtyards and things, and it's just different levels of heat. But when you get a really hot one, and you know, it might even be snowing or gently snowing on your face while you're in this really hot steaming bath with some Japanese guys next to you, just, you know, acting cool. But yeah, it's funny. Shower over bath is fine. You can actually get the best of both worlds, Jessica. You can plug the bath up while you have a shower, and then lie in a pool of your own hot, sort of lukewarm, filthy water afterwards. No, but if you shower yourself properly first and then put the plug in, perfect. Oh, losing some headphones here. Hey, thanks, you. Musicians in the... Sorry, big name to say. Eminem. We'll call you Eminem, as you suggest. might have a little look through my song list here and see if there's anything I feel like playing. Oh, where's my notes? Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, I know who Tommy Emmanuel is. Yep. He's a shit-hot guitarist is who he is. Don't really listen to him much. He's a little bit fancy for me. But he's very good. He's good on that axe. Is it morning for anyone there? Bring my morning to me, my angel on a grey afternoon. Feel the cold, won't you stay a while, or head on out through the driving rain outside. Give my evening to Joan. Come the daylight, I wake up all alone. The cold morning comes around about noon, and I know that Madeline will be home soon. So take my sunshine away. Joni knows that there's always a price to pay. The sad night will fall, dragged by the moon, and I know that Madeline will be home soon. And I know that Madeline will be home soon. Oh, it's got me feeling like a bath. A lazy old bath. Ray Martin. Ray Martin. I remember Ray Martin. That was like the midday show, wasn't it? Australia-wide midday show. I seem to remember that from the 90s, maybe. What else we got here? Old. How old are you, Jess? As rude as a question as that is. Oh, well, youngling. John Prine, yeah. Didn't he get coronavirus? Is he all right? He didn't die, did he? But yeah, I like John Prine. I don't listen to him a lot, but yeah, he's definitely been on the radar since I started doing the country kind of music, I guess. He's got some beautiful songs. Oh, hey, hey.
He's went uptown to the shops to get some
Oh,
Easter egg hunt.
specials. Oh, yeah, yeah,
You do?
yeah.
What kind of?
Something sugary.
Okay. And Daisy's going to put herself to bed.
Beautiful. All right.
See you later.
See you soon. He died. Hang on. No. I'm sure you're right, but... Am I right that he got corona, though? In which case, he... Oh. Crushing death toll for music this week. This week! It was this week. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Yeah, he was 73. He died of coronavirus complications. Wow. All right. Well, it's almost worth a song, hey? In loving memory. Any particular tracks? You think, Jess? Otherwise, In Spite of Ourselves, that's the one I always remember him for. Do you know that one? I'm not sure who the girl is he sings it with. Oh, Iris Dement. All right, I'll play this one because this is just what I think. This is what it comes to mind when I think John Prine. R.I.P. John Prine. Rest in peace.
Thank you. Well, I couldn't finish this record until I wrote one too, you know, so actually I was doing a movie at the same time. It's not like I do a movie every day, you know. Every once in a while they ask me to do, I've done 2 movies, okay, just 2. And I played the same character in both of them. I was the brother-in-law with low self-esteem. So, you know, if you're writing a script or something and you got that character, just call on me. I know how to do it.
I'm going to get so copyright flagged for this.
Movie at the time
I don't
with,
care.
Billy Bob Thornton. And me and Billy Bob were played brothers in it. And our dad was Andy Griffith. That would make me Opie's stepbrother. Which I don't mind, especially at Thanksgiving. Anyway, Billy Bob said, you ought to write a song for this movie, something we can play at the end and roll the credits over it. And I thought, God, that's what I want my song to do, you know. So I did. I came up with one and based it on the characters in the movie, and of course, they never released the movie. Went straight to Blockbuster. But me and Iris, we're real fond of it, and we hope you are too.
So that must be his wife, is it? Maybe not.
She don't like her eggs all runny. She thinks that crossing her legs is funny. She looks down her nose at money. She gets it on like the Easter bunny. She's my baby, I'm her honey. I'm never gonna let her go.
I'll leave you with this while I get a drink.
Well, you ain't got laid in a month of Sundays. Caught him once and he was sniffing my undies. He ain't real sharp, but he gets things done. Drinks his beer like it's oxygen. But he's my baby and I'm his honey. Never gonna let him go.
In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all Honey, we're the big door prize. And we're gonna spike our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. She thinks all my jokes are corny. Convict movies make her horny. She likes to ketchup on her scrambled eggs. Swears like a sailor when she shaves her legs. She takes a licking and keeps on ticking. I'm never gonna let her go.
It's cool, isn't it?
Well, he's got more balls than a big brass monkey. He's a whacked out weirdo and a love bug junkie. Sly as a fox, crazy as a loon. Payday comes and he's a howling at the moon. But he's my baby, I don't mean maybe. Never gonna let him go.
In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize.
You sing along, Jess.
And we're gonna spike our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. In spite of ourselves. Miss Iris DeMint.
Oh, okay, so it's not his wife. That was a good performance, though, too. I've heard that song, the recorded version. But, yeah, he really nailed that. Nice. All right, I'm going to go to some Private Eye. Whew. We'll just put that back in the background there. I'm actually getting quite sick of this music now because I've been playing it as a little underbed for a while. I think it's time for a change. What have we got? Try something, Dill. Here we go. That sits under all right. Just want things that sit under nicely. Ooh. Under what is the question, though? I don't know what we're going to do now. Whoa! That was the synthesizer. I could jam synth over this weird jazz really badly. We've got 16 people in the room, so maybe we'll end up at 10. Sorry. Pretty seamless. Ouch. Do it, she says. Oh, okay. No, maybe not. Just a bit more. It could come down a bit, I guess. Did I mention I'm not a keyboard player? I don't know. You want to call in, Jess? I don't mind this background, though. It's all right. Well, yeah, no, that's fine. You don't have to be interesting. It's my job to be interesting. You can just sit there. Just for a little while. I think I'm going to wind this up soon anyway, but it'd be nice to have a chat. Just get a little bit more of Jessica Louise, because we've never actually spoken, so. Do, 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 do. Otherwise you have to hear me jam on the keyboard a bit longer. Oh, you know what? Proclamation News is still connected. I'm just going to drop him off there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so just to be clear, I don't expect you to be like all the life of the party and have all this interesting stuff going on. I'm hoping for maybe just a mildly awkward conversation, you know? Nothing more than that. But yeah, no pressure. John Travolta's here. Oh, here we go. Oh, there we go. Are you there? Hang on, I can't hear anything. I can almost hear something. I'll turn this down. You there? Oh, you're really quiet.
Can you actually hear me there?
I can now. Yeah, that's a bit better. I don't think it's going to work with the music though because you're too quiet and I've only got... Hang on, try and speak.
Just come through, not my headphones anymore, it's just come through my phone, so I can hear you.
Okay, that's cool.
Hear me?
Wow, so what's going on? Adelaide?
Yeah, no, Mount Gambier.
Oh, Mount Gambier. I've actually been there as a kid.
It's a very pretty place. It's not a bad place to live, honestly. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. No, I've got no memory of it at all, really. I've been to Adelaide a couple of times, but yeah, not for many years, actually.
Yeah, Adelaide's the big city for us, pretty much.
Yeah, of course. So what do you actually, what do you do with yourself, if that's a reasonable question to ask, like?
Well, nothing at the moment since this whole thing has happened. But I generally I take care of I guess a bed and breakfast. I mean, like a Airbnb.
Oh, right.
But I do
Well,
the maintenance and the ins and outs of all of that kind of stuff. But everything's stopped. Everyone's cancelled. So
of course.
nothing.
Where was it that I saw that they've just banned Airbnb altogether?
Oh, really? So there's an
Some-
actual ban on it?
Yeah,
wasn't
like
sure.
some city. I thought it was maybe Sydney or something, but maybe it was somewhere else.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah,
Yeah, no.
Airbnb's just not on.
I'm not surprised because everything else is cancelled. So.
So how long do you think it's going to go on for? Then how long do you think you're going to be not working at an Airbnb for?
Well, I mean, even when it comes back, I guess the owners will probably do their own little thing for a little while. So I don't really expect to be employed for a little while yet there.
So
Yeah,
you
who
would,
knows?
will you
I
be,
guess we're just taking it day by day.
will you have access to the JobKeeper package thing, or
Yeah, well, just quietly.
just
that was
quiet?
it.
No one's listening. Don't worry.
So I was only getting paid cash, so I'm on I guess the job seeker allowance.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
As it is anyway, and then cash on top of that because it's not a huge Airbnb place, so I wasn't really getting a massive amount of hours from that anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. So it's
So
just
I
strange.
by this, I think.
What's that?
So I guess I'm not massively put out financially by this. I'm just sort of on the
No, you sound
gimme
reasonably.
style as it was anyway.
You sound reasonably comfortable with it all. I think.
Well, not really. I guess I had a massive anxiety towards it all in the first couple of weeks, but now I've sort of just decided to look at it in a different way of like, this is sort of a little bit of a break from pressure from society for a little bit. Let's just take it that way and look at it that way. Chill at home. I don't know. Just, yeah.
Look,
'Cause I have anxiety massively. And to begin with, it was like just paralyzing me, the whole idea of everything. But now I've kind of chilled out a little bit, and
It's
I don't
funny.
know, just thinking in a
Yeah.
different way.
You know, the weird thing is just before this happened, I was having this kind of weird anxiety thing, which I have quite often, recurringly, you know, every year or so. It comes normally at the beginning of the year. And because I work in sort of contract work, and it's like, where is my next work coming from? The phone's not calling as much as it should be, and I've just got not as much going on. Like, how am I gonna survive into the next few months, right? But then when this happened, it felt like, oh, you know what? Suddenly everyone's in the same boat as me, and I don't have to worry so much about it.
Exactly. It gives you a little bit of comfort, doesn't it? Knowing that you know,
Totally.
everybody else is kind of dealing with the same shit, and it's just not quite as stressful. If you just take a minute to look back and just take a minute and realize that it's not as bad as it seems. Everybody's in the same boat, and we're all dealing with fucked up situation that we're not used to.
Yeah.
But if we just chill, we'll be okay for a bit.
And, you know, we can still talk to each other. We can still hang out like this. And, you know, God, like you can still even here, you can still go to your friend's place, sit in their courtyard and have a beer with them while they're sitting
Yeah.
1.5 meters away from you. It's not that big a deal. The work thing's tricky, I guess, for some people more than others. It was
I
that.
feel sorry for the people that just cannot sit still and can't deal with, you know, I guess I'm okay with being able to just chill in my house and have a snooze and watch TV for a few hours at a time. Like, I've always
Yep.
been okay with that. I just feel sorry for the people that aren't able to sit still. I suppose that's going to be really, really
Well, I feel,
fucking them. And
yeah, I'm a little bit like that, but I've got the family and things like this and social media to keep me occupied. So
oh, thank God for the internet. I mean, if that went out, we'd all be completely screwed.
if that there would be like civil unrest would begin in about 24 hours, I think,
Yeah.
if there was no internet.
Hold up your doors. I don't know what the hell people would do with them, but thank fuck we've still got it for now, so we should be okay.
Yep, exactly.
So you said you were in construction, is that right?
Oh no, I'm in arts.
You're starting. Yep. Sorry.
So, but yeah, more digital stuff with video projectors and events and things like that. So, a lot of you know, I had a couple of events and things coming up. They've been cancelled, but you know, now I'm looking at more other opportunities. There's still quite a few government-based, you know, despite what everyone's saying about the arts being savaged by the government, which they have on a larger scale. On an individual scale, there's a bit of grant money floating around, and local councils and things like that even, and Australia Council still just opened up some you know, $10,000 grants for artists with just different ideas in these difficult times. They've got $5 million to spread around, you know. So I feel like that's actually not a bad situation to be in. But yeah, in 6 months, who knows where it's going to be then.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. They've put a 6-month time zone on everything. God knows what's going to happen after that.
Yeah.
But now we're just taking it day by day. But I think it's almost good to see the businesses and, you know, people like yourself, the artists, just coming up with new creative ways to keep doing what you do. And I love that, and I hope that continues. You know, like, people are having to think outside the box in a way of doing what you normally do, and I kind of think that's brilliant in a way. Like,
well, I think
after this is all over, that would just be so cool.
it's something we're supposed to be good at. We're supposed to be, but you know, I think it gets hard because you still get stuck in your little patterns of how the world works and what you're entitled to, and when that's not there anymore, it's like, well, you got to get real again. And it's like, yeah, in some ways it feels like you kind of, well, you know, I grew up in the 90s. What's that? Sorry, you're very quiet still.
Oh, sorry. I don't know whether to talk into my phone or into my headphones? or
Well,
what?
try your. Let's do a test. Talk really close to your phone for a second.
I'll pull out my headphones and see what happens.
Okay.
Is that any better?
That sounds the same. So I think maybe it's just using the
My
mic.
headphones is set, is fine.
I think maybe it's just using the mic on your phone.
Yeah. Okay. I've just got a new phone in the last few days, so I'm
See,
yet to kind of work out the ins and
What you're
outs of how
doing
that
then,
works.
it sounds louder
Yeah.
for a
I'm
second.
holding it close.
Yeah, that's a pain. That's what I have to do with mine as well. What phone is yours?
It's an Oppo of some kind.
Oppo. Oh, yeah. My wife had one of those. She's always
Yeah,
dropping her
it's-
phones in the toilet and things. Yeah.
No, I went. It was only like I think $300. I went and bought it the other day. I'm not into spending thousands of dollars on a phone. Like, with your iPad.
Yep.
I mean, iPhone, whatever they are. I really don't understand what those things can do that are much better than mine. Really, like this does everything I need it to do. So.
Well,
I'm
you
quite
know,
happy to only spend
Mine's
dollars
got
on
a
phone.
pen. I've got a pen. I've got one of those ones. But I don't need it.
Oh, fancy.
I convince myself before I buy it that it's going to be really useful. And then I do
Yeah,
some
and then
sketches
you
on it.
never use it.
I do some sketches on it for the first week, then it's like, oh, I haven't pulled that thing out for a while. But it's
And
not that
yeah,
exciting anymore.
it's for that function. So yeah, that was well worth it.
Yeah, so I don't know. But have you been on this app much? How do you get on every day to listen or anything? Or
I generally have a look every day at who's doing what, if anyone interesting's casting. And I've been on for like basically since the start, but I have weeks off here and there. But I've never done any casting myself or anything like that.
oh, you've never done your own cast?
No.
Okay.
Never.
Do you call in much?
I think this is probably the first time I've actually called in.
Oh wow! What? So no one on Castbox has ever heard your voice?
Honestly, I don't think so.
Not even like Sneaky or someone.
No, I've talked to Sneaky on Telegram, but not on here. No.
Ah, interesting.
So how special are you?
I feel honoured.
You got the privilege.
It's funny how different people just use this really. It's funny how different people come in at different I think I was last Saturday night, completely different mix of people were on here to what's on here tonight. And yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, you just never know who you're gonna get. There's some very cool people on Castbox, though. I like the whole community in general. It's
Who else
really cool.
who else do you like and listen to on here?
To be honest, I seem to get a little drunk and listen, and so quite often I have some awesome, conversations with people that I don't remember exactly who it was. But yeah, I'd love Sneaky, absolutely. She's a champion. Ambi, I've been talking to a little bit lately.
Yeah, it took me a while to chat to
She's
Ambi, but
hilarious.
yeah, eventually spoken to her. Yeah, she's
She's a lot of fun.
she's powerful, Ambi.
Oh yeah. I don't know, yeah. Everyone really, there's a few people I've come across that I haven't. I actually had my first argument on Castbox the other night with Kylie. You were talking about her before.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah. We were just chatting along just fine, just like you said, And,
Yeah.
And I said, and she was like, yeah, cool. You're the best, I'm having this great conversation through chat, and then she's like, call in. I'm like, nah, I'm not really feeling like calling in. And then all of a sudden it was like, well, you can F off and get the F out of my cast. And
oh,
no
right.
one liked, she just turned nasty all of a sudden. It was like,
Oh,
whoa,
wow.
okay.
Okay. Well, I'm kind of glad I hung up on her now.
Oh, she's insane, man, honestly.
Yeah, no, I got that nutty vibe from it.
Person
Which,
that she-
look,
a lot before.
don't get me wrong, I love crazy people, but
Oh,
I also
absolutely,
like
they're-
that button where you can just turn some incessant talking. You can just go stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn them off.
And yeah, I don't even know what she was talking about, but it was mostly something about herself. But I tried to kind of get in there, but also, and I'm mindful of it. It's late, someone's had a few drinks. They,
of course.
but there's a thing here which is kind of nice, which is when you're running a cast, you kind of, it's a little bit like your private kingdom, and you get to king over people or queen over people however you want, you know, and that can be as chaotic or as ordered as you like. And yeah, it's just
Oh,
it's a funny thing.
yeah, I'm really not sure how I'm coming across on here. I'm just speaking to you as though you're sitting in front
Oh,
of me.
I don't even think about. I don't want to
So
think about.
both of us,
Yeah.
so.
No, my only comment would be, yeah, your mic was a bit quiet. So, but apart from that,
I'll have to sort out a new headphone situation.
but yeah, the casting stuff's fun. Some of the most enjoyable casts I've listened to have been more kind of, just kind of almost sound effectsy kind of stuff. Where, like, I remember, do you know Danny? He's an Australian guy on here.
Yeah, I think I've heard Danny a few times.
I mentioned it a
yeah.
bit. Hang on, he's not, unless he's in here. No. But yeah, he was at work one day, I think, and just digging a hole.
Yeah.
And I don't know what, he was just using the mic on his phone or whatever, but it was you could just hear the shovel going into the dirt, and then you could hear the dirt landing on the other side of the hole, and you just had this picture in your head of what you were listening to, and it was just really,
Cool.
really strong. And it was
Yeah, I
nice.
just like the through of just getting this little insight into people's lives. You know, like I'm quite happy for you to just, you know, for anyone, just you know, put your cast on as you're going about your daily life. Like that's what fascinates me, especially people, you know, overseas and whatever. It's just, I don't know, I'm very intrigued by
Yeah.
people in general, I suppose. But just, you know, go about your daily shit, and I love to hear that. Like you said, the
Well,
sound effects, everything. You go into a supermarket while you're still casting, like that's just fascinating to me. I know that's pretty lame. But
Well, you would have heard Josh on here, right?
yeah.
Yeah, like when he was casting from work during that period, I don't know. I don't know how he managed to keep his job, or if he did end up keeping his job. But he was casting from work for a while and sort of whispering to everyone in the cast. And then you'd hear his boss come in, and he'd say, "Oh, hang on, guys, I've got to wait, just wait." And he'd put you in, and it, like literally the 16 people that are in this cast, like we'd all feel like we're in his pocket now, and we're sort of hearing the muffled conversation of his boss talking to him and saying, you know, sort of raising their voice at him about something that he's supposed to be doing, and him talking back, and then you're like, "Oh, we're back, guys. Okay, yeah, no, that's all cool. I'm going to sort that out."
I love that kind of thing. That's so cool.
Yeah, so it's voyeuristic. So you kind of appreciate the voyeuristic part of it.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's,
It is that, isn't it?
I'm a bit of a weird person in that sort of sense. But, and not a weirdo, but you know, like
Hmm.
yeah, voice. I like that. It's just, I don't know. I guess I'm just intrigued by people in general. Yeah, that's my thing.
Yeah, it's
So I'm
nice.
just trying to hands free for a second while I smoke.
Yeah, no, look, I've just noticed the time. I've been on here for almost 2 hours, 20 minutes. I was planning 2 hours, so I'm going to wind it up, I think, Jessica, but it was really nice speaking to you. Maybe you can start your own cast or something
Maybe. Who knows? But
sometime.
no, thank you for letting me call in. That's yeah, like I said, my first call in, so I don't even know.
An
I can't
honour
even
and
say
a
goodbye.
privilege. No, I appreciate it. Thanks.
No,
Alright.
cool. It's been good chatting to you.
You too. All right, I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
And thanks everyone else that's kind of stuck around. We'll try and do a professional outro, shall we, with some jazz music. Oh, very professional already, I know. But yeah, no, thanks for coming along. We'll see you again. Oh, no, that didn't work at all. Sometime soon. I think I'll be back on here actually on Monday. Monday's the day where I do a little Tiny Pictures podcast, live cast, and read a bit of the weekly prose that I write every week and lay it out there. So, yeah, talk to you all soon. Thanks for listening. See you later.